say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A handoff, Lindsey running left. There's some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. From the gun, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. For Brandon Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. Finding some room at midfield. And some room to maneuver. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Play action. Now it's Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On 2nd and 7, Fields. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A huge play there for Chicago. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Fields. And this throw incomplete. Have a defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, He can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now a first down throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On 1st down, Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a dump off here complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to St. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. On 1st down, Fields. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On play action, Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't.
He's got a man complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially.
but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Fields throwing again. Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
All right, keep me honest here, Brandon. So they decide not to run the football again. They had 2 shots to try and pick up the 1st down, probably fairly easily on the ground. Now it's 4th down.
And we'll see if those decisions come back to... And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. Throwing now is Lance. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Lance now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Off play action. Fields rolling to his right. That's complete to Mooney. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, it's Fields. He's got it to Hilton. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going with Lindsey. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Phillip Lindsay. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off of play action, here's Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 55 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gould with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well,
And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Fields on first down. There's Mooney with another catch.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Phillip Lindsey
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears cut into that lead. Santos with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Now Lance.
And this complete to Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Deebo Samuel,
54 yards.
And the Niners are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dee Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now Gould for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now it's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, we got 3 down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Lance looks to throw again.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Gould to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up